Dishonored, Dishonored was this this mixture of stealth and magic use in first-person shooter. What can we expect for the sequel?
I think Dishonored 2 is an effort to take everything that we liked and thought was good about Dishonored and do more of that, and then bring a whole bunch of new stuff to the mix as well. So you get new locations. The Dishonored world is now kind of explained, like people sort of understand it, and the idea that, well, I can play completely stealthy and not kill anybody, or I can be a lunatic and just kill everybody I see, or anything in between. That player choice is still important. But now you've got a second protagonist, so now you can play as Corvo from the first game, or you can play as Emily Caldwin, who's the Empress, and you're now some years after the events in Dishonored, and she's sort of followed in Corvo's footsteps and become an assassin and has her own powers. So each character has a completely separate pool of powers and abilities. So if you play the game as Corvo, you can do one set of things. If you play as Emily, you can do completely different things. So it offers the players some choice and variety. We really like having a female protagonist, and her relationship with Corvo makes that even cooler. New location, new enemies, some new things we're doing with quests and dynamic environments. You saw in the trailer that we released this sort of clockwork house that has all these moving walls and floors and ceilings and so forth that you have to navigate. So we're doing some cool things with the environment, and it's going to feel like a very fresh new take on Dishonored that will feel both familiar to people who played it, but if you don't know Dishonored or you never played the original, it's going to be the best version possible of Dishonored, taking everything we learned from the first one and bringing it into the sequel.
What about the powers? We had such a wide variety of powers in the first one. Can we have new powers?
Oh, absolutely. We have a lot of new powers. For example, Blink, which was really popular with Corvo. That's his ability to sort of almost teleport to different locations. Well, Emily doesn't have Blink. She has an ability called Reach. And what it does is she can use it to grab enemies and bring them to her. She can use it to reach across long distances and traverse from one building to the next. So it's this really interesting, flexible, different version than what Corvo can do. Like Corvo can't use Blink to grab enemies and pull it to him. So again, it changes some of the playthrough and how that's going to look and feel from each of their perspective. And yeah, like I said, new enemies, new threats, new environments. Like it's there's going to be so much stuff. We're really excited to start talking about the game later this summer.
Nice. Thank you, Pete. Once again, thank you so much for your time.